What would happen if we extinguished the suns with water? Would the sun really go out like a fire? How are bridge pillars built in flowing water? You have the ability to explore the deepest parts of the ocean without coming into contact with any water. And I wonder what purpose these 4,000 super luxury cars are serving underwater. This lady died in 1951, but believe it or not, she still treats life and people today. Why the Leaning Tower of Pisa will never fall despite the fact that it is supposed to fall. And you won't believe that mosquitoes are also vegetarians. There is a hidden square within this triangle shape, and you might dismiss it, otherwise you'll regret watching the video till the end, as you'll learn a lot. At number 15 with 3,000 likes, in this photo it looks like someone has left their fingerprint. The twist is that this is not a fingerprint but it's an island named Baljenik Island, or affectionately you can call it Fingerprint Island, and the fingerprint look of this island is not a magic trick of nature. Behind this are the masterminds, the people from the neighboring islands. In the 1800s, they came here to farm to protect their crops. They constructed intricate mesh-like walls surrounding all the fields, which caused the entire island to begin resembling an enormous, distinctive fingerprint, which is still clearly visible on Google Earth. 14. Have you ever wondered how bridge pillars are built in flowing water? Let's understand that cofferdams are used to create these pillars. A cofferdam is a temporary structure, or sometimes they are made from concrete blocks. It is a kind of sealed wall that prevents water from entering. First, the cofferdam will be installed in the riverbed with the help of cranes and heavy machinery. When an enclosed area is formed, the water inside is pumped out with the help of pumps. Subsequently, the foundation is carefully laid within the designated dry area, and gradually, a strong and enduring pillar is formed, providing the essential support upon which the entire bridge stands. This is a machine in which you can go underwater by sitting, without wearing a diving suit and without getting wet. The name of this machine is a diving bell. It works just like turning a glass upside down and placing it in water. The air remains trapped, and the diving bell operates on this principle. First, this bell is submerged underwater. Then, by pumping compressed air, the water inside the bell is expelled. This creates a dry airspace inside where people can go comfortably, but before descending, divers have to pass through a pressure chamber, so that their bodies can adapt to the changing pressure underwater. And then begins the journey to explore the secrets of the ocean. Whether it's the study or research of marine life or the ocean's hidden resources. This is a triangular shape, with which you can create a square-shaped border. Its official name is the Rouleau triangle, and it is not a simple triangle but it is precisely formed by these three distinct circles. Radius is equal to the side of an equilateral triangle. The special feature of this triangle is that if you measure its width from any side, this will always remain constant, and due to this constant width, its use is in rotary injection. And if you make Rouleau triangle, make wheels with it, they also roll quite smoothly on flat surfaces, just like round wheels. They could theoretically be used in bicycle wheels as well. But for that, a complex axle mechanism would have to be made. For this reason, this shape is mostly used in complex engineering and machinery. In the world's very first elevator, if the cable broke, falling directly almost guaranteed death. Then came Elisha Otis, who invented the world's first safety mechanism for elevators. And to prove it, they even risked their life. Otis climbed into the elevator, reached the top, and instructed, cut the rope. Once cut, his spring-loaded safety brake became stuck in the shaft's groove. And the elevator stopped, and since that day elevators became safe, and Otis became a legend. This lady's death occurred in 1951, but believe it or not, it is still alive today and is treating people. This is Henrietta Lacks. She died due to cancer. And then a doctor sent their tumor sample to the lab for study. At that time, scientists were growing human cells in the lab and testing new treatments on them. But there was a problem. Before 1951, the cells that were grown would die within a few days. However, Henrietta's cells were different. These cells were completely immortal, meaning they did not die and continued to grow. For this reason, these cells were distributed worldwide for research. They were named HeLa cells after Henrietta Lacks, and since then, HeLa cells have been used in all kinds of advanced research and vaccine development. Whether it was the polio vaccine or the COVID vaccine, all of them utilized HeLa cells. In this way, Henrietta's cells are still alive today and have saved millions of lives so far.
Mosquitoes are actually vegetarians, yes, really. So only female mosquitoes drink, and male mosquitoes, poor things, survive by drinking flower nectar and fruit juice. They sit on flowers like flies and keep sipping juice. But why? Actually, female mosquitoes need blood to develop their eggs, which is why they suck blood, and because of that they can spread various diseases. Female mosquitoes survive longer, around 2-3 weeks, while male mosquitoes have a lifespan of only about a week, meaning blood is consumed by the female mosquitoes. But infamous male mosquitoes are number 8. Buried in the depths of the sea are 4,000 super luxury garages. In February 2022, a cargo ship named Felicity Ace set sail from Germany to America. However, along with it was an electric car on board, which ultimately became a significant problem for the entire ship. In reality, the electric car's lithium battery had short-circuited, and it caught fire. This fire was so intense that it was difficult to control the whole ship, and because of this fire, $138 million worth of luxury cars sank into the ocean, including 190 Bentleys, 75 Lamborghinis, 8884 Audis, 1110 Aventadors and many other supercars. But the crew of the ship was fortunate due to emergency signals and prompt action. All crew members survived, but these dream cars are still buried in the sea. If you can retrieve them, then go ahead. Currently, these people are wobbling and bouncing as they run down from such high mountains. It seems as if the angel of death is chasing them. But no, they are actually running to catch something, and that is this small piece of cheese. Actually, it's a festival called the Ruling Lock Festa. Every year in England's Glastonbury Shakespeare area, a festival celebrates by throwing a 3-4 kg cheese from a perfectly straight 200-yard hill. A chunk of cheese is thrown, and as soon as the cheese, participants in the festival wobble and bounce at full speed down this high hill. They have to descend from it. For this reason, to win this competition, these people descend so fast that every year someone's hand, foot, neck or rib gets injured, and whoever reaches the bottom first gets not 30-40 million, but a 3 or 4 kilogram piece of cheese. Yes, just a piece of cheese. Number 6 is the animal version of sea lion Johnny Desires. In fact, this seemingly innocent looking beast often attacks a penguin and takes it away with him, then forcibly indulges in his hobby with it. After satisfying his hobby, he satiates his anger by he kills and eats that penguin, and I'm telling the truth, he is treating the penguin very bad. This electric train, recognized as the world's smallest and simplest model available, possesses an absolutely awesome appearance and is capable of running entirely on its own without requiring any push or pull. And as long as the battery doesn't run out, it will keep roaming like this, and the coolest thing is you can easily make it at home in a very simple way. All you need is a non-insulated copper wire, a small battery and 2 neodymium magnets. Now, a simple trick: bend the copper wire into a spiral shape. Then place both magnets on the battery's 2 terminals. And as soon as you insert the battery into the wire, boom! Your mini electric train starts running. The real name of this science is a homopolar motor, and it is absolutely perfect for school or college science projects. 4. Do you know why doctors often ask you to stick out your tongue? You are simple because by just looking at your tongue, doctors can estimate your minor health problems. Now listen carefully. A lot can be learned from our tongue, that is the groove on the lip or tongue. If there is a slight white coating on your tongue, it means you may have a fungal or bacterial infection. If the coating appears yellowish, then understand that there is a problem with digestion. That means you may have acidity, indigestion or stomach issues. And if your tongue is completely turmeric pink in color, there's absolutely no need to worry at all. Your health is definitely on the right track, friends. Next time before visiting the doctor, don't forget to check your tongue's color. Also, be sure to comment on what color your tongue is. If you ever notice a small bubble or a swollen area resembling a ball in a truck tire, you should absolutely refrain from attempting to pop it under any circumstances. This condition is referred to as a tire bubble. This is actually a time bomb that can explode at any time, but how does it form? Actually, when a truck or when heavy trucks collide forcefully on rough, bad roads, the sturdy steel belts and durable rubber layers inside the tire tear apart. The high-pressure air inside the container steadily and forcefully pushes out through that weak spot, ultimately creating a significantly swollen balloon. So it resembles an innocent balloon, but in reality the air inside is under such pressure that if it bursts, it will cause a powerful blast. And imagine if it explodes on the highway at high speed, how dangerous the accident would be. And the most important thing is, such a bubble tire cannot be repaired. It must be replaced, otherwise it risks lives. So next time if you see such a bubble on your tire, understand that the tire looks dangerous. It has become a bomb. Number 2, there is a myth about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, that it will fall anytime. But the truth is, this tower is never going to fall now. For the next several hundred years, this tower, which started being built in 1173, and it began to lean immediately after construction. The reason was simple. Its foundation was laid on soft sand and clay soil. which was not stable at all. For the next several centuries, it slowly continued to tilt. By 1990, its tilt had reached approximately 5.5 degrees, meaning it was literally about to fall, so experts closed it to tourists. Then, in the 1990s, a major stabilization project was launched. Skilled engineers carefully removed the excess soil and utilized heavy counterweights to successfully straighten the tower by 2001. They reduced the tilt by about 40 centimeters. As of today, this tower is stable. And imagine what would happen if we drained water from Surat. So the answer will be a little shocking. It's not normal fire that can be extinguished with water, but rather a super hot plasma ball, in which ionized gases, hydrogen and helium are continuously undergoing nuclear fusion. The sun is so big that approximately 1.3 million Earths could fit inside it. Meaning if we pour all the water from our solar system onto the sun, it would just be like a drop falling into the ocean. Now an interesting fact is that there's only a planet 40 light away is a planet named GJ. This planet is almost entirely covered with water and ice. Now suppose we use our entire planet as a massive space fire hose and pour an enormous amount of water directly onto the sun. Then what would happen? So when water enters the sun's atmosphere, it will encounter massive resistance, and due to the sun's extreme heat, it will instantly turn into steam. Then those water molecules, when water is split into hydrogen and oxygen, the hydrogen acts as the sun's primary fuel, meaning that by pouring water, we will be able to further fuel the sun even more. Instead of extinguishing, it will burn even more intensely. Additionally, adding so much water will slightly increase the sun's mass. And increasing mass means its gravity will also become stronger. With stronger gravity, the sun will compress more, making nuclear fusion even more intense. Meaning, in simple words, the sun will become more powerful and hotter. And if this happens at a distance of 150 million kilometers from Earth, there will be a direct effect. If temperature and radiation both increase, then this video ends here. These two videos are also quite interesting, so watch them too. If you like this video, then like it. If you are new to the channel and want to see amazing facts, then subscribe now. I will meet you in the next video. Until then, keep the knowledge